This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
The disagreement I have with Marcel is the comparisons are never fair. And that's the part that bothers me about the whole Tua thing, is that you use the comparisons very loosely. And that's what he did in that conversation when he goes, well, Mac looked better than Tua in week 1. Well, of course. He's got the coach, the offensive line, the running game. Tua doesn't. Who's not going to look better? But I don't believe Mac Jones is better than Tua. No. Not even close. But I get it, man. It's been 2 years of incompetence all around him, so he looks terrible. And so people have lost confidence in him. They think they're wrong when they saw him now. If you were tank for Tua guy and all of a sudden now you see him and somehow you've been convinced, and then all the other negativity, it doesn't allow you to fight against it. And so you go with it. So you give into it. It's Joe Shad, who I love to death and I've known for 20 years. And, in a nice way, a couple months ago, he was like, sometimes you could be strong-willed or hard-headed about things and you won't be as flexible. And I told him, yeah, I am. I'm hard-headed. I'm set in my ways. There's no doubt about that. And I'll tell you. But then the one thing that I would, and I know where it was coming from, but what I would tell you is, well, I don't get swayed that easy. And one of the things I'm sure what he can't come up with is, when did I stick to my guns to something that was clearly wrong and it ended up becoming wrong and I still stuck to my guns against it? Hasn't happened. But I did stick to my guns with Ryan Tannehill. Even when he was having success, I kept telling everybody that is not real. That's all manufactured. That's all on plays. That's all on script. He can never go off script. He can never be counted on to be a difference maker. But when it's on script, he's fine. When you're leading, he's fine. When Derrick Henry's dominating, he's fine. But people didn't want to believe that. But I stuck to my guns on that. And eventually, I got proven right again. Because the moment came, they stopped Henry. Now it was up to him. And what happened? 3 interceptions. I stuck to my guns, no matter what. And it's the same thing here. I saw Tua play in Alabama. I know he can ball. I know he can be a hell of a player. But he also needs people around him to help him because he's not Superman. He can't block for everybody. He can't catch for everybody. He can't run for everybody. He can't coach for everybody. So I'll stick to my guns, and I'm not going to believe that the last 2 years are his fault. The last 2 years are an aberration. The last 2 years are incompetence on the offensive side of the ball by one man named Brian Flores. Now, Mike McDaniel will either prove me right or prove me wrong. He hopefully will fix the offense, and then Tua will then show what he can do. And if he doesn't, then I'll tell you, I'm wrong. Okay? I was wrong. Tua was not the guy. But I think I'm dead on target. I think Tua's going to be a Pro Bowl player. I think he's going to be a hell of a player. But he needs help like any quarterback in the world. And the Miami Dolphins have not given him any help whatsoever. So this year we will find out. But a lot of you that believed in Tua, you have lost your faith. And you've gone to the dark side. You're now part of the empire. Okay? But the rebellion will live on. The rebellion will dominate. The rebellion will win. We will blow up the Death Star. We will destroy all the negativity. And the Force will take over, which is Tua. That's it. It's the bottom line. And those of us that believed and stayed believing in the young man will be proven right. Why? Because we're going to see an offensive line, hopefully. We'll see a running game. We'll see creative coaching. And that's what a quarterback needs to complement him in order to go have success. So I will stick to my guns, and I will believe in the young man. Those of you that don't, we will find out in the end who's right or who's wrong. I just hope that those of you out there that don't believe in Tua, that don't think that he's tall enough, fast enough, strong enough, I don't know, whatever else you want to, you think he's lazy. That's another one out there, right? Yeah, no, he doesn't work hard. No, of course, somebody that blows out their hip in November and is ready for football in September. Yeah, no, they have terrible work ethic, of course. Yeah, of course. But time will answer all, man. So this conversation will continue day after day. It's amazing. We talked about this kid for 2 years before he got here because it was all about tank for Tua. And now we talk about this kid every day, and it's either a hate or love fest. And it's what side are you on? But I just hope that those of you that don't believe in him for whatever reason, at least you find somewhere in your heart to, like, the magic word, compartmentalize and say, I still want the Dolphins to win. So I really want Tua to do well. I really want to be wrong. I hope that at least those of you that don't believe in Tua Tagovailoa, at least you're a good enough Dolphins fan to at least separate the two and say, I hope I'm dead wrong. I hope Tua balls out. I hope my friends that I keep telling them Tua can't play or can't throw or whatever make fun of me, because in the end, it means my Miami Dolphins are winning and found a quarterback. I hope at least those of you that are off the bandwagon and don't believe in Tua Tagovailoa, at least you find the common sense to root for somebody that wears the aqua and orange. Okay? Because he is wearing the aqua and orange. So we should be rooting for all players in aqua and orange.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.